Game Chat with Bwana, episode 57.
Welcome to Game Chat with Bwana, your source for gaming news and reviews. Now, here's Bwana McCall.
Game Chat with Bwana. Game Chat with Bwana, episode 57 here, coming at you live. Today is April 30th, 2012. Welcome everybody to the show. We are here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. We do this every Monday night at 6 p.m. at Game Chat with Bwana. And what we talk about here at Game Chat with Bwana is that we talk about the last 7 days of gaming news, and we try to find the best stories on the internet related to video games. We don't talk about Chutes and Ladders and board games, and we don't even discuss Magic the Gathering. No, we don't talk about those kinds of games. Sometimes we may have the urge to talk about backgammon and maybe some Othello, a little bit of chess, perhaps a little bit of Chinese checkers. But video games are the games that we talk about here, the ones that come up on our little shiny screens, and we have a little inputs that consist of controllers, that consist of keyboards and mices and mices, and we use said keyboards, mices, and mices to execute inputs and make Mario jump higher. And then we smile, and then we talk about it here on Game Chat with Bwana. Last 7 days, we only go back 7 days of the gaming news that we're going to talk about that. And my English is a little bit broken at the moment, but we will continue anyway. Talk about the last 7 days of gaming news, and we try to find everything, but sometimes we don't find it. Sometimes we miss the really good stuff, and that's where you guys come in. You join our forums at Bwana.tv/forums, and I'm telling you to join our forums. It's not a choice. You will join. You join our forums at Bwana.tv/forums, and you go over there and you post stories that augment mine. Yes, augment. I said it. You augment my stories, and then we discuss those stories towards the end of the show. And then at the very end, we have what's called Title Time. We have what's called Title Time, and that's when you guys come in and give us a snazzy title, a very, very snazzy title, witty title, based on the stories that we talked about. You guys come up with the bestest titles on the planet. And that's Game Chat with Bwana here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, y'all.
Game Chat with Bwana would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Twitch TV, Wirecast, YouTube, and 123 Systems. Thank you all for your support of Game Chat with Bwana.
Yes. And for our first story, we're not going to talk about all things Bwana. We're going to talk about Portal 2. Portal 2. This was one of the candidates for my Game of the Year for 2011. Very, very fun puzzle shooter. I don't even know if you can call it a shooter, because you don't have a gun. You just got a portal gun and a potato in Portal 2. Puzzle game, very, very popular game. One of the big things that was touted when the game came out was that it was going to have, eventually it was going to have its own level editor. And we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And then, you know, took them a while, but Valve released some updates to the Hammer application. You may have heard of Hammer. It allows you to create custom levels and, you know, other games like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress 2 and the like. But it was a little bit intimidating. Yeah, you kind of got to have a little bit of a 3D experience to get, you know, levels created. 3D apps and, you know, modeling and that kind of stuff. Which, you know, the typical person doesn't know. So what Valve is going to do, and we're looking forward to, is that they're going to create an in-game editor. That's right. This is the Perpetual Testing Initiative DLC, which is coming out on May 8th at absolutely no charge. And in typical Valve fashion, they have brought in the man Cave Johnson to have this introduction video. You got to go to this link and watch the video. Cave Johnson explains the whole initiative behind this and the purpose, and you know it has to do with money, because that's Cave Johnson. If you've ever played Portal 2, it makes a lot of sense. But this is gonna basically inject a lot of life into the game, because not only can you create these levels within Portal 2, you'll be able to publish them to Steam's own little shop on the web. Their little what's it called? The creative shop thingy. What's the name? I can't word. The English will not come out. It's in here somewhere. There's a name for this thing. Yeah. But they're going to be on Steam's shop. The Steam Workshop. Yeah, thank you, fun stuff, Nicholas. The Steam Workshop. That's where they're going to be at with all the Skyrim mods and everything else that's up there. The Team Fortress 2 models. So you'll be able to easily install them, because the Steam Workshop is a very, very easy user interface to do this kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to creating levels with bouncing gel everywhere. That was the very first thing I wanted to do when I played Portal 2. I was like, well, I got to create a level with bouncing gel everywhere. You just walk in and you go, and my life will be complete when it comes to Portal 2. Because there will be blue bouncing gel and orange and everything else and slipping gel. It's just gonna be a gel good time. You gelling? I'm gelling. Check it out, guys. This is over on escapistmagazine.com. They got the details over there about Portal 2's level editor finally coming, and we can get our gel on. Thank you, Valve, for doing that for us. Speaking of Valve, did you know that Steam was coming to Linux? This was first rumored like in 2010, like 15 years ago, in the year 2010. And people were saying that, oh, Valve's going to come out with a native Linux Steam client, and that they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And everybody was like, okay, here it is. We're in the year 2079, and there's no Steam client for Linux. So this guy, Michael Labaro, went over to Valve's office, and he got a tour, and basically he was shown their progress. And one of the things that he got from this was that the reason why it was so delayed was Valve's management structure is flat, so people work on what they want. That's probably how Cave Johnson was birthed. Cave Johnson is a former employee of Valve. Don't tell anybody I told you that. But yeah, that's how it works, and they kind of got a little bit behind. So I think this was a few weeks ago when he asked for developers of Linux and the OpenGL experience and that kind of stuff. And this guy went in, and basically he was told that Gabe is now actively involved with this project. So apparently it's picking up steam. I guess if Gabe jumps on your project, oh, we gotta work now. Oh, the Gaben sits next to me. I'm typing things. I'm typing, Gaben. I'm typing. And apparently he had a working copy of the native Steam Linux client on his own workstation, on Gaben's workstation. So it's not vaporware. They got a screenshot of Half-Life. No, they have a screenshot of Left 4 Dead 2 running natively on Steam without wine or anything of the like. So hopefully, this was on Ubuntu 11.1 with AMD Catalyst Linux drivers. Hopefully this will come to fruition very, very soon. So those Linux guys who are still using Sediga and wine concoctions can finally have a native Steam client with native Steam support, because I know Linux gamers out there would be very, very happy. Check it out, guys. This is over on Phoronix.com. They got the details over there about Gaben talking about the Linux Steam client. Now, speaking of Steam, I don't know, that has nothing to do with Steam. Minecraft Pocket Edition has been updated, And it's got an easy mode button now. Us hipster Minecraft users are going to look at this and go, oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, you mobile users. You've got one-click crafting. That's right. You open up your inventory on the mobile platform or the mobile version of Minecraft, and all the recipes are just there. And you just tap them. And if you get the materials, it just magically creates them. Oh, you iOS and Android users. You're so special. Why, when I played Minecraft, we used wikis. And we had to manually drag and drop 4 blocks of wood 7 miles uphill in the snow. Snow. See, they got snow on the screen. I tried to make a joke, but it didn't work. Crafting is now available on the iOS and Android mobile versions of Minecraft. It's called Mattis. Mattis is Minecraft Advanced Touch Technology Integration System. That's Minecraft Advanced Touch Technology Interface System. Sounds very important when you do it like that. So all you gotta do is open your inventory, choose what you want to make, and if you got the necessary stuff, it's just one-click crafting all over the place. So this, you know, this will help the mobile version. I've said some iffy things about the mobile version. I'm like, hey, it's okay, you know, if you're stuck in an airport and you have no food or water, and you know your leg is falling off. Yeah, you might want to play this Minecraft Pocket Edition. I don't know, man. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Oh man, it's a lot of work to play this game on there. It's like it's decent. But I'm used to the PC version of Minecraft, so I'm a little spoiled. Just a tad bit spoiled. But Minecraft on the go, if you got this you just want to build a brick house, it'll take you 6 days straight, but you can do it. Oh, laughter.png. Check it out, guys. You got the details over our joystick.com about the one-click crafting. Oh, you mobile users. Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Game Chat with Bwana is recorded live before a worldwide audience every Monday night. You can participate by suggesting news stories. Just register an account in our forums at bwana.tv/forums.
Push those sand rakers off our world. Honor, sacrifice, something else this day. Go kill everyone. Tribes of Sin. One of my favorite games of all time, ever since the beginning of Bread and Toast, is posting some very, very good numbers. Tribes of Sin has over 800,000 registered users. 800,000 registered folks over there on Tribes of Sand. And this game, I've been talking about it, man. It's been in closed beta for a long time. Came to open beta, and I've just been singing the praises. So I was like, oh man, you have got to try Tribes of Sin. And it's a very fun game with a arguably high skill ceiling. A lot of new players jump in it, and they get a little bit intimidated because, you know, they're like, how in the world did that guy hit me from all the way across the map with a spin fuse in midair? Can't help you there, but I can tell you though, no game has ever given me the more satisfaction to hear a particular ding noise. When you get what's called a blue plate special, this is in the Tribes too as well. You get a blue plate special. That's when you hit someone midair with a projectile weapon. You shoot the spin fuse and it goes boom, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna hit him. Oh, I'm gonna hit him, and then it goes sting. You go. And the tears just start rolling down your face. It's the most wonderfulest feeling ever. Tribes of Sin, it's got a high skill ceiling, and that makes it, you know, those moments like that very, very enjoyable. But they posted a lot of numbers today, 800,000 registered accounts. And, you know, they also posted on their Facebook post a bunch of stats, and they were thanking us for all the help we did in the closed beta with Tribes of Sin. I was one of the players who actually tested and submitted feedback to High Res Studios for this wondrous game that they bestowed upon us which basically stole all of our time and didn't give it back. But kudos to Tribe Ascend for being massively successful. They have getting 10s out of 10s on several review sites and you know, like Editor's Choice on various different outlets. Is getting rewards, so they are definitely getting recognized for this game. It's very clean, very high quality caliber game that's free to play. Now, some may argue that the some of the XP rewards and the weapons are a little bit expensive, but having played it a long time, I think it's a good trade-off. I've seen worse out there. And if you enjoy the game, it's worth to sink some money into it. It is free to play, which you got option to buy things. I think it is worth at least sinking $10 into this game. And you get rewarded hugely for that $10 in this game. But 800,000 registered accounts. I hope the game takes off. Big esports title as well. They are definitely getting on board with a lot of esports. You know, competitive teams are streaming all the time on Twitch. I visit those guys all the time, and I hang out with them on Twitch. And you know, they're scary good at the game. That's all I can say. They're scary good at Tribes Ascend. Check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. They got details. Tribes Ascend posting some huge numbers. 800,000 registered accounts. Oh, it's that time of the year again. You know, that time of the year where we spout those words, too many games. Too many games. Right around the corner is a game called Torchlight 2. And yeah, it's time to pre-order it. Pre-orders are available for a measly $20. Oh man, you get a lot of value. I don't even know what's in the game, and I know it's going to be worth $20 from Perfect World Entertainment, or you can get it from Steam. The good news is that if you pre-order it from Steam, you will get a free copy of Torchlight 1, which is the first game. So if you never played Torchlight, you'll get it free. However, if you pre-order from the folks over at Perfect World Entertainment, you will get a beta key to Dungeons & Dragons Neverwinter, which is an action RPG MMO set 100 years after the original Neverwinter Night games. So yeah, this will land you a beta key into that game. I have no information as to when that's exactly going to come out. But yes, guys, this is a game I recommend, at least Torchlight 1. I got a lot of hours out of that game for a very little price. You hear me talk about Path of Exile and Diablo 3, those types of games. That's what Torchlight is. It's one of those action RPGs is what they call them, but I call them dungeon crawlers. And they're very fun. Very simple gameplay. Some may call it repetitive, but it just sucks hours away. And Torchlight 2 is going to have co-op. I mean, that was one of the things that was missing from Torchlight 1. And the reason why people are like, well, why should I get Torchlight 2 over Diablo 3? Or why should I get Torchlight 2 over, say, Path of Exile? And one of the things I recommend, and one of the things that I will suggest to people is that look at Torchlight 1's mods. All the modifications and everything that they've done. They created new classes through mods. They added new items in the games through mods. Very, very mod-friendly game. So if you're into that type of stuff, modifying the game through add-ins and plugins and stuff like that, it's going to be a game you're going to like. It's definitely worth picking up Torchlight 1 just to check out what they've done, what the user base and the community has done. I think that's where Torchlight 2 may have the one-up on some of these bigger titles that are coming out. These, you know, I'm not going to say Path of Exile because that's not really a bigger title, but Diablo 3, I think Torchlight's going to have the one-up because they're going to have a lot of user customization, user mod support. And PC gamers love that kind of stuff. I'm going to be torn because I'm buying Torchlight 2, and I've already invested money in Path of Exile. Diablo 3, I don't know. So when you got these three types of games that suck the life out of your time, if you got three of them, man, you need time, and I don't have time. You got to figure something out. I might have to actually put these off. I might have to actually, you know, play them in serial instead of in parallel because, you know, I don't have a Doctor Who TARDIS. Although I'm working on that. Check it out, guys. This is over on GameInformer.com. They got the details here. Now let's talk about some stuff. This past weekend, we were graced with Guild Wars 2. And before a girl squeal, Guild Wars 2, we had the beta, the first widely available beta to those of us who pre-ordered the game. And I brought up this article because it talks about the 3 MMOs to play and pre-order before summer. They mentioned Diablo 3, they mentioned Guild Wars 2, and they mentioned Terra Online. So we're going to talk about that. That's the subject. So this weekend we were graced with Guild Wars 2. And this game has so much hype. You remember SWTOR and how much hype it had? It's like Guild Wars 2 took that and said, oh, your minuscule hype is no match for my level 55 billion hype sword. I shall smite thee down with thine hype. It's the weight of the hype behind Guild Wars 2 is tremendous. So a lot of people went into this weekend with some seriously inflated expectations. And I warned you. I was like, guys, you need to tone it down a bit because Guild Wars 2 is going to be good, but it ain't going to be that good. And I think I was right. I think the game is solid. I think it's good. I think those of you who are going to buy it are going to enjoy it. I think everybody who is into MMOs should definitely check it out. But it's not everything people said it was going to be. It's like, oh, it's going to change the whole landscape of MMOs. It's going to make it so when you say the words MMO, giant blocks of chocolate would fly out of your mouth and it would feed dirty little children everywhere. And I'll be like, no, that's not what's happening. Guild Wars 2 is it's a solid game. I mean, one of the things that I really liked about it, and I think a lot of people are overlooking this, and maybe we're kind of glancing over it, but did you hear about the underwater battle system with Guild Wars 2? I think that, to me, that was one of the the coolest things I saw. The underwater battle system, I don't think anybody had ever done it that way, and it was actually very, very, very cool. I was very impressed with that. And I mean, you get a whole set of skills just for that. I was like, okay, now that's cool. That was one of the things I said, okay, that's cool. The other thing that I thought was impressive was the customization options. However, that's a double-edged sword. Everyone can equip multiple weapons in Guild Wars 2. And you get a certain set of skills based on what you pick, even if you dual wield. So if I pick a dagger and I pick a gun, I get a certain set of skills. And if I flip hands, I get a different set of skills. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to work with because Guild Wars 2 is a player versus player based title. Lots of balancing has to come into play. While I like the customization options, I think it may lend itself to some balancing issues, as we saw this weekend, because the range classes were wrecking. They were just destroying everybody in PvP. I was playing a ranger and I was getting kills, and I was like, I'm not even good at this game. I was getting wrecked as well, but by thieves, dirty little thieves, they were stabbing me in the face. But Guild Wars 2 is it's a good game. There's a lot more I have to say about it in terms of, you know, what it brings to the table. The things I didn't like about it were the and it's a very early beta, but the whole overflow system. You know how you go to MMO and you got several channels, stuff like that. They got a system. It's an overflow system that says, okay, the world's full. We're just gonna throw you in this bucket of random players. You're like, I don't want to go in the bucket with random players. I don't know any of these people. So to party up with friends when a server is full is nearly impossible because it's random. You get thrown in a random bucket. So that was kind of difficult when the overflow stuff was happening. Also, performance. The game is not optimized at all, but it's beta, so you can forgive performance-related stuff. But overall, it was a very solid beta for what it was in the time frame. The thing that bothers me the most, or is bothering me now, since I've given them money, is they haven't announced a release date. We've given people money, and we don't know when we're gonna get it. Doesn't that scare you a little bit? Here, take my money. Okay, we'll give you the game someday. Here, yeah, it'll be sometime this. Yes. What? Give me a release date. Give me a release date. So this article talks about the 3 MMOs you want to play in beta, and they also mention Terra. And a lot of people compare Terra to Guild Wars 2 simply because they're both MMOs. That's why people do it. But other than that, I don't think they really should compare it that much because they're very different. How are they different, Bwana? Well, if you look at the roots of Guild Wars, it was, rooted in PvP. And you had very rich, single-player instance stuff. And it wasn't that open world stuff that a lot of MMOs had, but players had a lot of fun with the instances. And meeting up with their friends and, doing that kind of stuff. But it was like Guild Wars, you got thrown into PvP. They gave you everything. You picked the skills. And you just went at it. Day one. You didn't have to level anything. You just go right into PvP. When you go to Terra, Terra is the traditional MMO. It is geared around, it is centered around their new combat system that Guild Wars 2 has as well. But their combat system is a new combat system. I say new because people have done this stuff before. And what they're doing is that they're building the combat system around giant monsters, hunting giant monsters in this world. Lots and lots of them. There's tons of them. So that's the core element of Terra. Whereas the core element of Guild Wars, I still think is PvP. So to compare the two, that's why when people ask me which one do you like better, I'm like, well, Guild Wars is more PvP stuff and Terra is more, Monster Hunter online type stuff. And it's kind of hard to compare the two, right? But granted, Guild Wars' PvE content is very, very promising with their new questing system. So there are lots and lots and lots and lots of things to consider. But if you don't know what you're going to do, guys, if you're not sure, get in on these betas. We had a conversation the other day. People were like, I don't have enough money to buy all these games. And I'm like, you don't have to buy any games anymore. You just get in betas. You can play betas all year. If you look at it, there have been betas for all types of games all year. You don't have to pay a dime. You just play broken games. So Diablo 3, Terra, and Guild Wars 2, these are all games that you can play before this summer. Hopefully there'll be another Guild Wars 2 beta. I don't know. But Terra has come out. It's going to come out tomorrow. It is an early head start. And it's going to be a fun game. I'm having a lot of fun with Terra. I did purchase it. I am going to be playing. I'm on the Jagged Coast server. My name is Bwana. I am a, what do you call it? I'm a panda coon. No, potpourri panda with a raccoon tail mystic. Yes. 3 MMOs to play in the beta pre-early before the summer. Check it out, guys. This is over on makeusub.com. They got the details over there.
Please support Game Chat with Bwana by turning off your ad blocking software.
You guys remember when I mentioned PlayStation All-Stars as being a possible title for a Super Smash Brothers knockoff of for the PlayStation characters? Well, it seems that Sony has actually gone with that. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale will be out this holiday. And it's exactly what we thought it would be. They have taken some of the iconic characters from the PlayStation world, like Kratos from God of War. The Fat Princess from Fat Princess. They've gotten Parappa the Rapper Kid, whatever his name is. And they got I think they got a Killzone guy. And they're basically in a Super Smash Brothers world. So what are we going to call this? Pasaber? I don't know. I don't know if they have Sackboy yet, but I imagine they're going to be adding it. And if you look at this, they've got background levels from, this is like from Fat Princess, and you know, they got stuff from God of War. All these very rich and highly detailed 3D environments. It's like Smash Brothers got a huge graphical overhaul. And if you've ever played Smash Brothers, it's almost like you can't not like it. It's like so, it's crazy. It's just 4 players beating each other's face in, jumping around these different crazy levels, and you know, popping their ultimates, and it was like, I killed 10 people. So yeah, if you did like Smash Brothers and you have a PlayStation 3, you know, this may be a title you may look at this coming holiday. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. It looks very, very fun. I'm telling you, because you know, playing these styles of games, you really don't know they're fun until you start playing them. One thing I haven't read or haven't saw is that whether it'll support you know, local 4-player. Oh, actually, it will support local 4-player, but I don't know if it's going to support, like, if 2 people are here and 2 people are in Kansas somewhere, are we going to be able to play together in the same game? I guess you can call it, I don't know the word for that. It's like 2 people get online at the same time type deal. Or is it just going to be 1 person gets online and gets in a 4-player battle? We're going to see how that all works out. That'd be cool if they do support that. But 4-player local play is supported, of course, as you can see from the screen, the video here. Yeah, 2 local, 2 online, basically. So it looks very promising. Clean UI, clean graphics. And the holidays are going to come sooner than you guys think. I mean, it's already May. This is the end of April. So we're approaching the middle of the year already. It was just 2012. We're approaching the middle of the year. And these games are going to be hitting us very, very soon. So check it out, guys. This is over on PlayStationLifestyle.net. They got the details about PlayStation All-Stars actually being a reality, not no rumor no more. And it's coming out this holiday. And finally, Skype. Skype is now on the PlayStation Vita. Now, I am astounded as to how many people use Skype now. I'm serious, man. I get Skype requests from dogs. I mean, I'm just walking down the road trying to get a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and the dog goes, "Hey, what's your Skype?" I'm like, "What? What's your Skype? What's your Skype?" Dog, I'm trying to drink my coffee. I know. I drink the same coffee. What's your Skype? I don't talk to stranger dogs. Right now, we got to talk about the text on Skype. I don't know how I got there. Desmond the Moon Bear. Skype brings video calling to PlayStation Vita. It's coming, and it is here, as in terms of an announcement. It launched in early 2012, the PS Vita, but the press release came out. Our users appreciate being able, nope, we got to make it epic. Our users appreciate being able to access Skype features wherever and whenever they choose. With the launch of Skype for PS Vita, we are taking extra steps towards our ultimate goal of making Skype video calling available on every platform all over the world, and meeting demands of existing PlayStation users to offer video on a gaming console. It's going to run in the background, so you won't have to run in the foreground, so you can receive messages and stuff. And it will pause the game if you get a call and stuff like that. So you can be like, "Oh, I'm going to beat this boss. One more hit. Ah! Hello? This is dog. No, dog. I'm in the middle of fighting. I know, but I want to talk about that. No, I want to fight the boss. Check it out, guys. This is over on MMO Attack. They got the details over there. And that concludes all the stories I have for today. We're going to move on to our user-submitted stories, which you guys submitted on our forums at Bwana.tv/forums, y'all.
Do you love game chat? Are you looking for a way to show your appreciation? Become a Bwana.tv premium subscriber. Check out the details at Bwana.tv/donate.
All right, guys, check out our forums at Bwana.tv/forums. Sign up. We talk about things. Let's move on to our stories. First one comes from Endless. Skyrim. Skyrim DLC details leaked. Yes, that's Skyrim. 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 They misspelled it there too. Skyrim. Skyrim DLC details leaked in the 1.526 update files. And apparently they broke it down. Let's see. Getting a little bit more blah, 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 blah. These files can be found. Snow Elf. Vampire feeding stuff. Ew. Crossbows. Yes. No idea what RF is. Remote farting. Who is the Snow Elf Prince? Who exactly is the Snow Elf Prince might be able to play into the DLC is going to be set. Tome game called blah 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 blah. The conclusion of the battle. Snow Elf Prince is dead. This website was the original source for the leak outside of stuff and stuff. So lots of Skyrim DLC details coming out. I don't think they, I mean, it's all looking at files, so you're not going to know prices or anything. So check it out. Thanks for the story, Endless. Next story. A quick look at the new Battlefield 3 map and mode. This is the new stuff. COD mode. Danya Fortress is the second new map to be shown off from the close quarters downloadable content pack for Battlefield 3 and is a small vertical focus level design for confined frantic gameplay. Like Zeba Tower, you can't straight up obliterate all the walls, beams, floors, and other key elements. You will, however, be able to put holes through walls and see lots of debris and objects getting kicked up into the air as bullets hit. So yeah, this is the, using the touted frostbite engines from Battlefield 3. So lots of things are going to be destructible. Let's see, the map was pretty fun. Offers something for players who can't handle the vehicle focused nature of the game. Close quarters will also be adding 10 new guns and 10 new assignments for player to clear. All this will be $15, coming out June 2012 on all three platforms. And then PS3 is going to get the content a week early. Boo! I hate to see that stuff. But lots of cool stuff coming out in this DLC content pack. Thanks for the story. Endless. Next story. Murray. Stalker 2 dead again. No, but now there's what? Servarium? Servarium. Yes. Servarium. It's a rock, paper, shotgun. Got them Terra ads everywhere. Terra's awesome. Stalker 2 dead. Let's see. The GSC veterans have sent word that they are forming a new studio, Vostok Games, and will be making a game called Servarium, which is apparently a Stalker-like MMO FPS. So Stalker 2 itself is frozen, and the team will be focusing on the new game. I got mixed feelings about this. All those asking about funding, that's not the issue. We were unable to secure the IP rights. Okay, that explains it. We were unable to secure the IP rights to continue with the Stalker franchise. So what they're going to do is they're going to take all that knowledge and they're going to form an MMO FPS using Stalker. I think a lot of people wanted that. Those of us clamoring for a Fallout MMO, this may be the next thing that, will be closest to it. Because, Stalker is very Fallout-like It's not a direct Fallout clone, but it's very Fallout-like, and they can pull this off. You know, GSC is, well, now they're known as Vostok Games. You know, they're gonna see a lot of success. I hope this succeeds. We're gonna be following this one, Servarium. I don't know how I'm going to pronounce that. Gotta figure that out. Check it out. Thanks for that story, Murray. Next one, Ace Attorney. Objection! Investigations 2, localization still possible. Let's see here. Ace Attorney Investigator 2 localization still possible. Despite its cult status here in the US, Ace Attorney series... Oh, my headset. It's going from left to right. That messes me up. I have to stop talking. Following the release of the spin-off title Ace Attorney Investigations in February 2010, Capcom Japan decided to close up the goodie room. We didn't get it at all. We don't even know if we're going to get Ace Attorney 5. So in the Ask Capcom stream from earlier this week, Senior VP of Consumer Software Christian Svensson reassured fans that a localization of Ace Attorney I2 may yet happen. May yet happen. There won't be an announcement tomorrow or anytime soon, but talks are ongoing. If it does appear, it'll most likely won't be on the DS anymore. Previous Ace Attorney games have appeared on iOS, so that's a possibility as it appears in the eShop. So we don't know if we're gonna get it. We might. We may get it. We might. We might get it. Might. We might. Thanks for the story, Murray. Next one, 343. More than just games, now webisodes. It's coming by way of 420 Gaming. Live action Halo 4 webisodes coming this fall. Microsoft has released a high-res image of Master Chief as he appears in Forward Unto Dawn. And I read a little bit about this, that they're going to be pumping money into these webisodes that are basically going to lead up to the release of the game. I believe that's what they said. Microsoft is producing a live-action web series called Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn that introduces a new character that ties into the plot of Halo 4. The company doesn't want the project to be viewed solely as a marketing stunt. We want to do something unique from a narrative standpoint that's big in scale. 343 Industries Director of Franchise Business Marketing. Over the course of 5 15-minute episodes, Forward Unto Dawn tells a story of a young cadet who runs into Master Chief early in the struggle between humanity and the Covenant. Uses the legendary Spartan as an inspiration to rise through the ranks. And that sounds very interesting. I'm definitely going to be watching that. Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn will air on machinima.com and the official Halo Waypoint in the weeks before the game launches on November 6th. Now, like I told you guys, I am very much into the Halo story. That's why I bought Halo games. I really like the single player and the story and the lore. So I'm definitely going to be watching this. This sounds very, very interesting. So thank you, 420 Gaming, for the link. Next story is from Techniphone. Rack, the new Doom-like shooter. Yes. Rack won't ruin Doom, hopefully. Oh, it's cel-shaded. Ooh, I'm interested already. Rack is an indie super retro FPS, very much like the high-speed vein of the original Doom, but printing proper, attractively cel-shaded 3D graphics to those bones. It even boasts the musical involvement of Bobby Prince, the composer of Doom. So it's not exactly making any bones about the inspirations and the bold breaking of the blah, 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 blah. It's been playing this. Here's a small taste of the gameplay video. I'll play it without sound. Let's see here. They don't have any dates here about this. Excuse me. Cell shaded stuff is really, really getting popular, man. And I remember when it first hit with you know, was it Wind Waker? Was that the cell shaded Zelda Wind Waker? People frowned upon it. They really hated it, and other games have done it. This video's taking forever to load. Other games have done it. You know, Borderlands brought it back. Borderlands brought it back recently, most recently, and now we're seeing more and more people utilize it. And I've been playing Firefall, which is very, very fun MMO FPS, which is also cel shaded, and look, you know, it grows on you. It definitely grows on you. So this is how YouTube's having a dirt moment, but that does look like Doom. A very retro-like shooter, and no ADS. You ADS guys are like, well, I can't aim down sights. This is not a game. This is dumb. Rack. They don't have a date in here, but they said an early build. It's an indie game, so maybe we'll get access to it early by donating or something like that. Thanks for the story, Tech Niffin. Soul Reaver now on GOG.com. Soul Reaver shifts planes to GOG.com. Raziel has been to many strange and wonderful places, but he's never been to good old games until now. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver is now available for $6. Soul Reaver tells the tale of a betrayed vampire turned revenant, Raziel, and his vengeance against those who wronged him. So if you're into this game, guys, it is very, very cheap on GOG.com. They got a lot of cheap retro games on GOG. You guys need to check them out over there. Thanks for that, Tech Niffin. Next story. Upcoming Portal animated film has an awesome Pixar look. Ooh. It's not done yet, but if this still image is an indication of what's coming, then I can't wait to see it. This image comes from Alex Zemke, who's working on an animated Portal short called Companionship, which is a tale of love, loss, and cubes. Zemke is a professional animator whose resume includes many Sony properties, including Uncharted 2 and 3, and the Smurfs movie. So he knows what he's doing. Companionship sounds like a passion project that Zemke is working on, so there's no telling when he'll consider it complete, but I hope it is done soon. That is a very, very promising image. So I hope this pans out. You can check out his DeviantArt page with more stills of the project. That's background material there. Can I get like a full res shot of this? Done. Save as. No, I'll do this off stream. Oh man, but that's a good image, man. Yeah. Me like it. Let's see, what's this? Dude, this guy's got talent. Look at this. Oh, and the gel. Boing. Oh, that's the bouncy things. Oh, man. Can't wait for this to come out. I'm going to be following this one. Thanks for the story. Fish to it. That's very good. China set to launch gaming console. Will set you back $600. China will be launching a gaming console. Let's see here. Wow, that looks like a PlayStation. China's working on a console of its own. The console was once known as the E-Box. And then the ISEC. But now it's the name CT510. The Chinese government has banned all video game consoles. What? Despite the current console market or lack thereof, Beijing Edo Technology CT510's developer have announced the console will be released in China April 29, 2012. I did not know they banned all consoles. It's going to come with 8 pre-installed games, and we'll have controller-free with Kinect-like features. $600. Wow. Okay. Thanks for the story, Fish to it. Next stories come from Kados. Nexon wants to purchase EA. They do? I don't think they can afford EA. MapleStory and Vindictus publishers Nexon are rumored to be considering buying enormous publisher EA. The rumors caused a spike of 6.1% sales in EA shares. Wow, it might be legitimate then. Which have fallen by 23% so far this year. EA is the kind of company most people grants have heard of, whereas Nexon sits firmly in big and Asia category. But Nexon makes a lot of money from its free-to-play games. They report an operating income of $704 what, which eclipses what? Okay. I stand corrected. They can't afford them. The takeover is a little more than a whisper at the moment. Still intriguing, though. both of these companies have bad reps. And if you combine evil with evil and crappy with crappy, what do you get? Diamonds. No, you get something weird. I don't know if these two if this were to pay. I don't know what would be like. Bacon. Definitely bacon. Check it out. This is over on PCGamer.com. I don't know. That just hurts my head. Woo. Indie Gala bundle goes live. Indie Gala bundle. This is another independent bundle. I've never heard of this one. Seems to be getting popular. Steel Storm, Ares Extinction Agenda, Alien Shooter, Altitude. I haven't heard of any of these games. Wow, these are all games I haven't heard of, which is intriguing. So this is the Indie Gala. You can donate at least, let's see, the average for bonuses. And did they say what the average is somewhere? I don't think so, but you can do $10, $2 to $10, so on and so forth. Top gifters, top contributors, and number of purchase. So they've got $42,000 so far. So this is the Indie Gala bundle. And again, I hope they don't start overloading us with all these indie bundles. Should be interesting. Okay, next story from Emmerdale. No regrets. Sega defends Phantasy Star Online's free-to-play model. I got in this beta actually, and I haven't played it. Too many games. Sega defends Phantasy Star 2's online free-to-play model. Sega has no regrets about pursuing an aggressive free-to-play strategy for its upcoming Phantasy Star 2 Online, according to series producer Satoshi Sakai. Sakai said the developers were increasingly disturbed by the trend of free-to-play models promoting a pay-to-win environment, and has decided to make a Phantasy Star Online 2 more fair to all players. By allowing a well-made game like PSO to be accessible to more people, we felt that we had a chance to teach people that this is what online RPGs are supposed to be like. There is nothing that requires payment that will take away from the intrinsic game experience if it is not purchased. Over there in the East, there's a huge reputation that a lot of these companies make pay-to-win games, especially over here in the West. That's the reputation they have. So I guess that's probably what he's referring to, and maybe some Western influence. I don't know, maybe Eastern. We'll see. But the devs have limited Phantasy Star 2 Online's Phantasy Star 2 Online 2's microtransactions to areas that are less likely to see abuse from players willing to trade cash for in-game advantage over others. These areas include player room upgrades, more storage space, and trading features. So, yeah. As long as they don't do pay to win, you know, we've been saying that. As long as people don't do pay to win, we're fine. If it's cosmetic or, you know, if it's a time-saving thing like an XP boost, then yeah. But pay to win stuff is definitely going to ruin free to play if people keep doing it. And a lot of companies are still doing it. A lot of companies are. That's probably why League of Legends is so popular, because its business model was a refreshing take on everything. Not necessarily the answer to everything, but definitely it was. It is definitely a refreshing model. No regrets. No dates on when this is going to hit our shores, but Phantasy Star 2 Online 2 does look good, guys. You need to check out gameplay footage if you can find it. Thanks for the story, Emmerdale. Robbie, League of Legends adding spectator mode in the next update. Spectator mode is finally coming, man. This is the thing about Riot is that they promise stuff and then we don't see it for a year. So this video came out where they detailed spectator mode and what's all in it. One of the things that I was happy to see is that you can actually just right click on somebody in your friends list and view their current playing game as a spectator. There's going to be options to add delays so you don't, you know, screen peek on people and, you know, have friends and say, oh, they're going in the jungle, or he's going for the blue. Oh no, they're about to hit top, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can't have spies because there's going to be some delays in there. But yeah, pretty much what you've been seeing in the League of Legends tournaments with the spectator mode, that's what this is. with some more features. And it looks like it's going to be good if it comes out. And everything that's happening with Riot, man, they don't release things in a timely fashion. So I'm not holding my breath. This looks good, but if it comes out summer, great. I don't think it's gonna be time soon though. That's just a reputation, but it looks really, really good. Check out the video for that, for details on it. Thanks for the story, Robbie. Let's do a quick refresh here. See what else we got. Let's see, Mr. Awesome. Okay, that got modded out. All right, so that's it. Guess what time it is, y'all? Get what time it is? Get what time it is? Get what time it is? It's title time. Title time is when you guys come up with snazzy titles. Those titles that relate to the stories that we talked about today on tonight's show. You gotta make them witty. You gotta make them fun. You gotta make them go ha 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 in their internal belly laughter muscle. Let's do it. Okay, let's read these titles. And Gabe turns the valve that shines some light on Linux. Skype brings the hype to Vista. Minecrafting ascends into your pocket. Sony does what Nintendo is also. Ooh, I see what you did there. Portal 2 level editor. Are you gelling? 1 beta, 2 betas, 3 betas. Hey! Minecraft Pocket Edition has neither pockets or editions discussed. Linux will not whine anymore on Steam. The hype in Guild Wars 2 is terrible. Quick, to the Batcave, Johnson. Skype is now on the Vita. Hello, this is Dog. I scribe for Skyrim DLC. Remote farting. Okay. China ups the stakes to $599 plus 1. Battle Herply and Pocket Derply. Dog Skype's Guild Wars 2 hype. Here a beta, there a beta, everywhere a beta. Skyrim took crossbow bolt to the knee. Ooh. Ouch. Fusru Derp, Skyrim DLC. MMO, my good, what? Games Royale. It's Vita. These are hard to read. It's Vita Beta Jelly Time. Vita Beta Jelly Time with a PS3 bat. All right, let's get some titles. Oh boy. All right, so this is 2. And 1 more. I'm tempted to get remote farting, but people like Bwana. I'm unsubscribing. That just took the cake. There was one. There it is. All right. We got 3 titles. You guys know what to do, right? We're going to put the titles in the chat. Vote for them by number when B. George starts the poll. When he does poll start, he hasn't done it yet, so don't vote. I'll paste them in the chat so you can read them there in case you can't see them on the screen. Okay. There's the 3 titles. Portal 2 level editor. Are you gelling? Skype brings the hype to Vita. The hype in Guild Wars 2 is TERAble. We gotta do a revote. 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 Okay, we're ready. Go. Vote with them numbers. Them numbers. Them numbers. Them numbers. Right, I think we're almost ready to tally them. I think everybody here who has voted has voted. I give a couple more seconds for you iOS users. You know you're about 10 hours behind. Your Android users, you're probably 15 hours behind. Okay, 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. The poll, she is stopped. And the winner is 3. The hype in Guild Wars 2 is TERAble. Congratulations, Nicholas Fun Stuff. You have yet another feather to put in your hat. Game Chat with Bwana accolades are now yours. Them accolades are something fierce. We don't give physical prizes here at Game Chat with Bwana. The thing we do give away is them bragging rights. A full week of glowness where you walk around the face of this planet and you go, yes. Fear me because I have Game Chat with Bwana Title Time accolades. You take that accolade and you just throw it on the ground and all of a sudden flowers appear. The flowers will look up at you and go, "'Cause I have your Skype." And you will look at the flowers and say, "I don't need Skype, for I have Game Chat with Bwana Title Time accolades." You can just simply speak to the air, flowers, and I will hear you anywhere across the world because I have Title Time accolades. I'm Nicholas Fun Stuff. Congratulations, Nicholas Fun Stuff. You have won Title Time Game Chat with Bwana Title Time accolades. The Game Chat episode 57 will be called The Hype in Guild Wars is TERAble. 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 And that concludes Game Chat 1, episode 57. I want to thank everybody for coming by. We are here at live.bwana.tv und at twitch.tv/Bwana. We do this every Monday night at about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Daylight Savings Time, whatever time it is. Stop on by, check us out, follow the channel by clicking that little follow button if you're on Twitch. If you follow me on live.bwana.tv, you just keep following me there. Follow me on twitter.com/Bwana, Google plus Bwana McCall. We on Reddit. We got Reddit too, our Bwana TV. We got a little Reddit thing going over there. Join our forums at bwana.tv/forums. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/IOBuffin. I want to take the time to thank all of our premium cakeys. You guys are called cakeys because you got cakes next to your name in chat. And you donate $5 a month for premium features here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. You guys get a lot of stuff. We're hopefully going to be adding some new things very, very soon. Trying to get some stuff to Twitch. Trying to get some new stuff at it. So hopefully that will go through soon. If not, we will still continue to try to add more things because I appreciate everybody who can donate money to a random dude on the internet. Yes. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. We are done here with Game Chat 1 episode 57. Everybody have a great week. Don't play too much MMOs. Stand up, stretch, drink milk, and use your remote fart device. Take care. Bye. Cut. Tith.